click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to compare Astha Trade with Ventura Securities. Both are prominent stockbrokers of India. In this comparison, we will be talking about company background, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage plans, exposure or leverage offered across segments, research, trading platforms and some of the features that can help you to figure out which of these two stockbrokers, Astha Trade or Ventura Securities, is a better choice for you. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, Astha Trade started as a full-service stockbroker back in 2005, but they have pivoted towards discount broking space few years back. Ventura Securities has been a full-service stockbroker since '94 and still works as the same. It has got around 525 branches across different parts of the country through its sub-broker and franchise offices. Astha Trade still maintains around 100 such offices across India. If you talk about membership, Astha Trade is a member with NSE, MCX, SX and NCDEX, while Ventura runs its memberships with NSE, BSE, MCX, MCX, SX and NCDEX. So in terms of number of regulatory bodies, Ventura Securities is certainly having higher number of memberships. If we talk about the account opening charges, Astha Trade charges you 500 rupees for trading account and 300 rupees for the demat account. So that's a one-time cost of 800 rupees to open your account with Astha Trade. But in this case, there is no AMC. You do not need to pay any annual maintenance charge with this stockbroker. Ventura Securities, on the other hand, charges you 150 rupees for trading account, 300 rupees for demat, and you are required to pay 400 rupees every year to Ventura Securities. So basically the way Astha Trade thinks is that the lifetime of a particular customer is going to be anyway less than 1 year. So there is no point charging them AMC because in the second year the customer might not be retained with them. However, it's good to have an upfront cost of 800 at the very start. So from that perspective, Astha Trade charges relatively higher value to acquire a customer. Moving ahead, if we talk about brokerage, very important factor. Now, although Astha Trade is a discount broker, they publicize themselves as that particular type, but they still charge you a percentage based brokerage at 0.1% for delivery and 0.01% at intraday level. Similarly, if you talk about Ventura, they are slightly expensive at 0.2 and 0.03% respectively. If you like to trade in future and options segment, for equity options, you're going to charge 10 rupees per lot for Astha Trade and 50 rupees per lot for Ventura Security. So from overall perspective, Ventura Securities is certainly expensive than Astha Trade at a marginal level. The difference is not so huge, but still you will be paying a higher brokerage charge to Ventura Securities as compared to Astha. One thing to note, generally full service stockbrokers have a minimum brokerage rate, but in their case they are levying at 0.2% and that is it. It can be 5 rupees, 4 rupees, 2 rupees. There is no minimum brokerage charge. Like in the case of Angel Broking is 20 rupees, Sher Khan 25, but there is nothing like that in case of Ventura. Next up we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, basically it's kind of a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific interest rate, and this interest rate really depends on your stockbroker. It can vary from 15% to 22%, 23% max. Astha Trade is actually known for providing high exposure value, especially at intraday level in equity. For instance, if you have 10,000 rupees in your trading account balance, you can trade up to 4 lakh rupees for equity intraday because Astha Trade gives you 40 times exposure. Ventura gives you 5 times for the same segment. If you look at the other trading segments here, more or less Astha Trade is certainly better than Ventura Security. So you will have to figure out whether exposure is one of the most primary criteria for you to pick a stockbroker. In case it is, then within different segments, if equity intraday is something you're looking to put your money into, then yes, you should certainly go ahead with Astha Trade. Then we have customer service. Well, customer service is again a very integral part of a stockbroker's services. Ventura Securities and Astha Trade give you the same number, the same type of communication channels, email support, live chat, phone and offline branches. But when it comes to the overall quality of customer service, Ventura Securities definitely wins the race, being a full-fledged full-service stockbroker. They give you all kinds of resolutions with good turnaround time, professionalism in their overall executive base, and definitely the skill set is also good. Then if we have research and trading products, again Astha Trade being a discount broker doesn't provide any kind of tips and recommendations. So in case you subscribe to their services, either you can perform your analysis on your own or you can subscribe to a third-party advisory service. Ventura Securities, however, gives you all kinds of reports, recommendation, tips, analysis at daily, weekly, monthly and yearly level. So you can certainly rely as far as the regularity part is concerned. As far as the accuracy area comes into picture, Ventura Securities does a better than average job. So you can again rely on the quality of tips, the recommendations provided by this full service stockbroker on your trades. Trading segments, not much of a difference. You can trade across multiple types of trading products and investment products with both of these full service and discount brokers respectively. Ventura Securities, however, gives you much more options with around 10 to 12 trading segments. Again, you have to see whether you want to invest in aspects such as insurance or mutual funds or currency or commodity. In case that is true, then you can certainly pick out Ventura Securities. Then we have some other features here. You have to see whether you need these features in first place. For instance, if you want automated trading, go ahead with Astha Trade. If you want SMS alerts, again Astha Trade gives you that exposure we have already discussed. Now let's talk about their trading platforms and see whether any of these softwares are good enough for your usage or not. We'll start with Astha Trade's mobile app. So Astha Trade's mobile app is rated at 3.7 by around 100 users, out of which 29 to 30% of them have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score stands at a very low 70%. Now if you look at the update frequency cycle, the last one was done on the 5th of July 2016. We are recording this video in the last week of July 2017. So it's been more than 1 year that this app has seen even a single update. Number of installs 5,000 to 10,000, very small again. So number wise the app is very mediocre, very average in its performance. There are few issues. When we talk to some of the clients of this particular stockbroker, there were 2 or 3 concerns in this mobile app. One being the app is very basic, it's very limited as far as features are concerned. It's not user friendly. So UI is also a problem. It logs you out. So in case you are trading on a regular basis for a longer period, you might be actually logged out of the application without any notification. Then the app overall is pretty slow. The performance wise part is also concerning. So well, it definitely is not a recommendable mobile trading app, and we will certainly go ahead and tell you that if you want to be the client of Astha Trade, at least do not trade using their mobile app. You can use some other trading platforms if they are good enough. We'll see that too, but as far as mobile app is concerned, it's a big no. Now let's see what Ventura Securities has in place as far as their mobile app is concerned. The mobile app of Ventura Securities is called Ventura Wealth, rated at even a lower number of 3.4 by around 3,400 users, out of which again in this case as well, around 29 to 30% of the users have rated this app negatively. In this case, the satisfaction score also stands at around 70%. However, the difference is big in case of the update frequency cycle. The last one was done on 30th of March 2017. It's been around 3 months, rather 4 months that this app has seen an update. Again, it's not great because generally it's better that you update your mobile app in a range of 3 weeks, 4 weeks at max. But we're talking about 4 months here. It's again is bad. Number of installs 1 to 5 lakh. So number wise the application from this perspective looks better. Rating definitely is similar to Astha Trade. But again, we have seen much better mobile trading apps in the country, and mobile apps such as Ventura Wealth or the one provided by Astha Trade as of now do not stand a chance against them in terms of number of features, performance. Now Ventura Securities mobile app has concerns too. For instance, the app hangs at times. Astha Trade mobile app logs you out. This one hangs. Big problem, especially for intraday traders. it has some irrelevant security features. So such kind of features have low usability, and it provides low value to the overall client base, user base. But still, for some reason, there are such features in this application which are not really usable from the user perspective. So that's the overall comparison between Ventura Securities mobile app and Astha, and unfortunately we will not be able to recommend you any of the mobile apps by these two stockbrokers. Let's talk about the trading platforms and other devices and see whether there is something good there. But as far as mobile app is concerned, it's a big no. So we'll start with the trading platforms of Astha Trade. They give you Audit Diet. Now this is a third-party software. It's a terminal-based application. You are required to download this and install this onto your computer and laptop. Once you do that, you put in your login details and you can start trading. Number of features in this case are exhaustive, so there is no problem there. The speed performance part is also taken care. The only concern here is going to be your user experience. You will have some hard time understanding, navigating across different features provided by this application. Especially if you are a beginner, it's going to be a little tough time initially to understand how the trading through this application works. Then there is also another mobile app, iWin. This is also a third-party software. It is not in-house developed or maintained by this discount broker. Again, it's an average level mobile app, not recommendable software. Then there is web-based browser application from Astha Trade. Now this application is also third-party based. It has been developed by fintech, and basically what they are doing is they are giving you a lightweight browser application. You can go ahead and put the link onto your browser, start trading through that particular application. The number of features in this case are going to be a little limited as compared to Audit Diet, but still, if you are a small to a medium trader, you will have a decent time using this application. As far as technical analysis is also concerned, you will have a provision to use charting functionality, heat maps, technical indicators and things like that. So certainly a recommendable software from Astha Trade. But again, the problem is going to stay as far as the maintenance of the application is concerned, because if you have a feedback or a concern that you want the broker to execute or to implement in their application, that's not going to happen because the control of the application is not in their hands. NSE now is a browser-based application, another outsourced software. So we can see that most of the applications here by Astha Trade are outsourced. Even we had a look at the mobile app. That's the only thing that's developed and maintained in-house, but it's certainly not in a good shape and not a recommendable software from any aspect whatsoever. So if you want to use Astha Trade services, either you can use the browser-based application that we just saw, this one, or the Audit Diet software for your trading. Now let's talk about Ventura Securities. So Ventura Securities gives you Ventura Pointer. This is a terminal-based software. As compared to Audit Diet, this is highly exhaustive in nature, even has higher number of features with a better user experience. The only concern in this case is going to be that this application is paid in nature, so they will charge you 3,500, and most of the times executives do not mention that. So make sure whenever you talk to the executive of Ventura Securities, you ask whether Ventura Pointer is going to be chargeable or not. Most of the times it's going to be paid a software, and they will give you the overall invoice at the end of the month. But 3,500 is something that you are supposed to pay if you are using this particular software. Ventura Wealth is we already talked about, the mobile app. Then they have a browser-based application. Again, this is a lightweight browser-based application. You don't need to download, install anything, but very basic in nature. It's not mature from any perspective whatsoever, especially as compared to Ventura Pointer. If you're a beginner, if you're a small investor, then yes, you can start your trading with this software. But if you're medium to heavy, do not use Ventura web-based browser application. Always stick to Ventura Pointer as long as you're okay to pay them that particular value of 3,500. So if you want to pick one stockbroker as far as trading platforms is concerned, basing on that, you can start with the terminal software, Audit Diet versus Ventura Pointer. As long as you are going to pay them 3,500, you're okay with that amount, you can use Ventura Pointer, or you can stick to or indict of Astha Trade. Again, when it comes to browser-based application, the one provided by Astha Trade is slightly better than the one in case of Ventura Web, especially in terms of number of features or the overall performance and speed. Mobile app, like we discussed a few minutes back, none of the mobile apps offered by either of these two stockbrokers are good enough. So you should not be putting your money, putting your trades using their mobile app. Put your money using these trading softwares. So that is it as far as comparison between Astha Trade and Ventura Securities is concerned. We've talked about multiple features here. Started with company background, brokerage, exposure, research, trading platforms, products, service. Now you have to see whatever aspect is important to you, and based on that you can make a final choice. However, if you want our advice in finalizing a stockbroker that is more suitable for you, you can check out this service link, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details there and we will be setting up a callback for you absolutely free. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. We have presence on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr and SlideShare with the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post regular content on a daily basis, be it slides, articles, videos, podcasts, a lot of stuff, so that you can stay updated with the market information. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Bye-bye.